It's Christmas, folks. People are getting presents, it's snowing outside, for some, and everybody's getting festive. One thing I really don't see a lot are Christmas games, and that's because there really aren't a lot of them. So I'm gonna go over some of the ones that do exist, except they don't. I don't know, non-Christmas Christmas games are weird. Elf Bowling was released in 1998. It was released on the Game Boy Advance on November 28, 2005, and on the DS 3 days later. It was created by N-Storm. You play as Santa knocking down pins, which are just elves. The game mechanics are quite simple, but there are some twists that make it a little more entertaining. Like when you bowl a spare, they say, "Is that all the balls you got?" And when you bowl a gutter, they say, "Gutter ball," mockingly. "Oh no, little elves, that isn't all the balls I have. In fact, I have two really big ones." The elves will also show you its butt cheeks from time to time, which is crazy. There's a reindeer that can be hit by your ball if you throw it to the left, and a frog that obstructs your vision, and by hitting it, a bird takes it away. It also has a hat. There's also a rabbit that sharts on the lane, cause yeah. The elves can also rap and move out of the way when you try to hit them, and sometimes the pin setter can decapitate them. There's a sequel where Santa and the elves go on vacation and make a shuffleboard wager with Santa's brother Dingle Kringle, the failed ice cream man. To be honest, if you're an ice cream man, you're never a failure. That's about it in terms of the game itself, but it's one of those odd things that you can't find unless you go looking for it. I don't think it's a cult classic. I don't know, it might be, but it's weird, and that's cool. Snow Bros was released in May of 1990. It was released in Japan on April of 1990 and in Europe sometime that same year. It was created by Toaplan. It's a platformer where you use snowballs to defeat monsters and reach the end of the levels and save the princesses Piri Piri and Poochie Poochie. You throw snowballs at monsters until they eventually turn into snowballs themselves, but if you take too long, they can shake it off. You can also roll a snowball and take out monsters that way, and you get some extra bread if you take them all out at once. Some enemies will drop potions with various colors that help you win, and if you take too long to beat a level, some pumpkin thing comes for your cheeks. You can ward it off, but it'll come back later. It's a very simple game, but the characters look very uncanny. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if someone made a horror game based off of it someday. It's cool though. Seems like a fun game to play while it's snowing outside. New Super Mario Bros. Wii was released on November 12, 2012. It was created by Nintendo. One of the worlds in the game, World 3, is a winter-themed land. I know this isn't necessarily a Christmas game at all, but this world has a very Christmassy aesthetic. I mean, just listen to the music. This world also introduced the penguin power-up, where you can turn into a penguin and slip and slide wherever you please. It's not a Christmas game, but I thought this was worth mentioning. Cthulhu Saves Christmas was released on December 23rd, 2019. It was created by Zaboy Digital Entertainment. It's an RPG where you play as Cthulhu, who opens a chest and loses his powers, and can only get them back by saving Santa Claus from the League of Christmas Evil. Your pals Baba Yaga, Snow Maiden, and Belsnickel explore the North Pole to face Krampus and other villains with multiple abilities and traits, all with super quick pacing. Or with your pacing, you know, that's how RPGs work. The game is $10 on Steam, but you can get it for $2 with the current sale. It's a really nice RPG game with some really funny moments, so I definitely recommend you try it out. Krampus Kills was released on December 2nd, 2022. It was created by Dangerous Bob Studio. It's a horror shooter where you play as a 10-year-old boy named Finn, who waits all night on Christmas Eve for Santa to come, but instead gets Krampus, who then chases you around your house, the sewers, and even a snowy graveyard. Throughout these various areas, you have to blast through all of his minions Doom style, from these gremlin-looking things to skeletons. And be quick, cause Krampus can pick up some speed. I know, he's a little hefty, but hey, that man can move. There's various modes and difficulties to play, with even a difficulty that changes based on how well you're doing. Oh yeah, you also have a double barrel shotgun. You can stun Krampus with a taser, but it only lasts a few seconds. Also in the graveyard, there's this reindeer alien thing. The game was released a couple years ago, so it kind of already hit its peak, but it's still really fun. It has about 2 to 3 hours of gameplay, casually speaking. Tons of YouTubers played this game when it came out, so you can watch their videos on it. But yeah, it's a pretty cool game. Krampus got that thing on him though. Before I end this video, I want to talk about some things. I just want to say I appreciate everybody who's supporting me. I started this year with 300 subscribers, and now I'm almost at 10k. That's honestly pretty insane. Just goes to show what you can achieve when you set your mind to something. It's been really cool seeing that you guys like my stuff. It's all the more motivating to keep going. I mean, there's a lot that happened this year. I remember playing horror games, to FNAF fan games, to calling out content farms, to just random rant videos, and now I'm making watered down video essays. Dog, I remember when I hit 1,000 subscribers. It's crazy how that's closer to being a year ago, even though it happened this year. Not only take the time to look back at these things, always moving forward, you know, it's the thing to do, but it's wild to see how much has changed in such a short amount of time. I mean, on this day last year, I made some Christmas themed Ultra Kill video. Curious how many of you watching this were here for that. I honestly didn't really expect my content style to change so much either. Things I'm doing now seemed impossible months ago. I also have friends who make some pretty cool stuff. And also lady friend. I'm not gonna go say subscribe to them because that kind of kills the whole point. If I do so, you're only gonna do it just because I told you to. So just go check them out and see if you like their stuff. I'll play some examples here.
I think discussing the origin of subtitles will be a big help in addressing my points as to why they suck and provide some possible context for the topics ahead. I think it all really started in the early 1900s when silent motion pictures were still kicking ass, you know, when films and movies were in their infancy. Due to the lack of audio, the only way to have or convey dumps of information was to put text on the screen. Sometimes this text would be in different languages, and this is what really started and made the need for subtitles clear. Fast forward to, you know, when you're gonna actually hear things, subtitles were still necessary, but for different reasons.
Something tells me.
I'm on a flip. I'm
gonna flip. I turned on my TV somehow.
Ow.
Why did you turn on? Where is my remote?
What? I didn't do anything. My dick's still down.
Get in the bus! Get in the bus!
How do you spawn things?
Eh?
I'm in the bus.
Okay, ready?
Where are we going, bro? Where are we going?
You're gonna drive away from about like a lot of...
Do you know where you're going? Do you know how to
But
drive?
It's really helpful. Look behind us.
What? What is that? What is that? What is that?
Just spawned Sonic himself.
Angry Monkey 1000. Bye.
Oh, okay, so we don't... Right, you know what? That's it then. That's it then. I'm spawning 50 Super Sonics.
Okay. That's what.
Also, go check out Liacro's stuff. I came across this channel when I was making FNAF fan game videos, and he genuinely makes some of the best I've seen. And as for my content, well, just expect bigger and better. Whatever I decide to make a video on, I'm gonna keep going and improving, and if you want to be here for the ride, stick around. Who knows how far this channel will go next year. Thank you guys, Merry Christmas, and remember to chase your dreams, because no one else will.